How's it going, y'all? yugiohtcg here, and today we're going to be going over a bit of drama that I came across on Facebook on, of course, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Drama Center. It involves CALI Effect and Doodle, which I guess was his editor. So let's go and jump right into that. We're going to start off with the Facebook post, and then we're going to jump over to the bulk of it, which is on Twitter. I don't think we're going to dive too much into the comments because, well, they're comments. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so this is the post that we have here on Facebook. It says, starts off with the CALI Effect stating, well, whichever you prefer, you're all paid for your work. Doodle then replies, best of luck with your channel. I don't know if people are coming after you or anything. Doodle just be off their own, doing their own thing. If people are coming after you, it's not Doodle's doing. Doodle's been busy working on their own channel and working on finding work to start anything like that. The CALI Effect then replies, TJ stuck his neck out for you and you disrespected him. All things you said to me is whatever, but my little brother went above and beyond for you and you treated him like shit. I won't stand for that. Especially after doing everything I know he's done went behind the scenes for you. You think people are trying to get ahead on you, and that could be, I'm assuming he meant to say, couldn't be far from, or could be, that could be, I don't know, that's weird, weirdly. That could be far from the truth. We both did more for you than we needed, and you spat back in our face with ungratefulness. It's cool though. It happens, and I won't regret the things I did for you, but I'm not dealing with you until you fix this. There's nothing to fix. Doodle asked for more money and less strict deadlines. Neither were offered, and TJ Doodle wouldn't be happy with either result long term, so we left our job. So yeah, nothing to fix. It was a choice made on your behalf. It was a very simple thing. So you don't understand what was disrespectful? And then Doodle replies, you don't understand what was disrespectful on your side either, so CALI Effect replies, alright, not doing this, have a nice life. So, from the looks of it, it looks like Doodle was his editor, and he just wasn't getting the conditions he needed to continue editing, but we're going to dive more into it on Twitter. It is Twitter though, so that's that. So, quick introductions for anyone who doesn't know who we are. Doodle here. Before you ask, yes, we talk in the third person. We have a history of DID, and it's one of the main coping mechanisms to deal with it. I'm guessing it's some kind of personality thing where they have to refer to themselves in third person. I haven't heard of it, but we know about it now. With that out of the way, Doodle would like to tell you about our experience of working with the CALI Effect from December 2022 to June 3rd of 2023. At first, it was a good start. Doodle originally was hired as an artist to do the new Duel Challenge logo splash screen animation. It was Doodle's usual client work, but at the time, CALI always seemed to need editors. This should have been a red flag. So let's go and open up this little comment here. Just FYI, if you ever need something to learn, if you ever need someone to learn something you need done, Doodle has a brain condition that made their brain still have a sponge like the quality of children. So we can learn almost anything in a short amount of time. Or if there's a Yu-Gi-Oh deck that you need play tested, we can pilot anything after a day or two of practice. That being said, we probably learn Premiere Video Editor in a couple of days if you send us the pirating links. Learning Premiere would be great. Doodle would get paid. Just going to need the program files or whatever. What's Doodle's work email? So let me go down here. Doodle personally never touched video editing, but had a long history of studying filmmaking and experience in both 3D and 2D animations, gave Doodle the edge in picking up a skill set. Doodle is very easy to teach and learn new things. Over the next few weeks, Doodle sat in video calls with CALI, watching him edit in our spare time and watching tons of tutorials and stuff. And here's another post. If you want, I have to edit a vid today. You can stream it. I can stream it to you. And we can watch and try to learn. Yes, sounds good. Just let Doodle know when. Doodle learned so much that was constantly teaching CALI new things he never knew in his 10 plus years of editing when Doodle had been at it for 2 to 3 weeks. Originally, CALI assigned Doodle as the sole editor of Casual CALI and said we'll start at $10 a video for 3 videos a week and increases over time as the new channel grew. I don't know a whole lot as far as what you pay editors. I know back when I was paying my editor, I think I was paying him $50 a video, but that was just to throw in a title screen and some effects here and there, and I think I was doing like a video a week. So I don't know what rates are, but for as big as this channel is, maybe this is low. Maybe you can fill me in the comment section. we're gonna open up this conversation here. When we get used to it, it wouldn't be too unreasonable to get a video done every other day. Editing more than 3 a week, maybe pushing it, just with the spine and stuff. All depends on if CALI wants merch stuff that week or not. We will need a day dedicated to art if you want a shirt or something simple. How about this? I'll start you off at $120 a month for 12 videos. Interesting. As you get better and casual CALI increases in views, I'll increase $180 per month for the same 12 and will go upward depending on CALI's trajectory. I expect to scale up to $30 plus soon. I like to take care of people if the people that take care of me, but first we need casual CALI to actually make money. Right now, I'm putting money into it. Which I guess isn't an unreasonable request if you know a channel is still building, to expect a lower sum of pay. But again, I'm not too keen on what going rates are for editors, so again, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section down below. But I can see CALI at this point, he's being very respectful. You know, he's referring to him as Doodle and Doodle in the third person, all that good stuff. So we're just going to keep going. But what he didn't inform Doodle was the fact that videos would be 1 to 2 hours long. Oh, shit. 1 to 2 hours long clips from his live streams, unscripted pacing, and tons of dead space needed to be watched through and edited for even rearranged so it flows better. Yeah, that's kind of important to fill someone in. If they're going to have to sit down and watch 2 hours of a video to then fill in the spaces on their own with editing, then yeah, that might be a little different. To make matters worse, Doodle was working on outdated software because Doodle was forced to use an old pirate version of Premiere Pro because CALI was too cheap to pay for a legal version of it. And Doodle was so underpaid, they couldn't afford it themselves. That is a red flag. If you're going to be using editing equipment and editing software, at least make it the most up-to-date version. If you're paying this editor and expecting to do up-to-date work with outdated software, doesn't really make sense. To make matters worse, Doodle was doing outdated software because Doodle was forced to use... Oh, I've already read that. My bad. I don't have an editor, so I won't be editing this. Instantly, Doodle felt overwhelmed, but CALI also thought Doodle was too good for a side channel and ultimately put Doodle as the main editor for the main channel. Within a month of learning how to edit, this was a bit of a motivational boost to continue despite how Doodle felt. And we can see here all the things that he edited. Does CALI want Doodle to art it up or something? Can you? Sure. Tomorrow Doodle's too tired to do it tonight. Guess we'll throw this in anyway. Guess we'll throw this away. Holy shit. No, keep going, says the CALI effect. And to their credit, yeah, it looks good. Of course, I can't watch the video, but it's a good looking graphic so far. Good enough for now. Doodle can improve on future streams. Here's just the cam if you ever want in your deck builder or something. So this is just some work they did for him. At this time is when Doodle started their $20 to $30 video pay, usually going for $25 except in rare cases. During the first 2 to 3 months, Doodle and CALI were constantly in voice chats. CALI was always asking Doodle for advice on stuff, despite him being on the one supposed to teach Doodle. The punctuations or lack thereof is kind of making this a little hard to read. And of course, I have the reading skills of a 5-year-old. So, you free to talk? Sure. And then they do a call for 19 minutes. Let Doodle grab their headset. And then I figured it out. Glad we could help. And then there's a thumbnail. Which there's more. There's always more. Question. Do you know how to make thumbnail templates? Sorry, I was at the store getting some stuff for dinner and could probably make some. It's just composition and photo bashing for the most part. Honestly, I felt like Doodle was being treated as a content advisor without being paid for such things. Doodle put Jimmy's PNGs in SharePoint. Here's the ones we got. In the documents, thumbnails on their own folder, just in case CALI ever needs a Doodle not around to help with the thumbnail. And then they have another call here. Hold on, talking to Jimmy. Jimmy MDC. Yeah, talking to him about some face pics so we can make better thumbnails, templates, etc. For sure. Doodle's just being a good noodle. Doodle's just being a good noodle and getting stuff done behind the scenes. Okay, call me ASAP though. And here's another thumbnail they did, it looks like, or some editing. You can tell where they cut out. But as a result, we saw considerable growth in the channel at this point, going from an average of 800k to 1 mil monthly views to 2.2 to 2.6 mil monthly views, and subscription goings up and no sign of slowing down. Doodle could always look past getting underpaid, even if given tight deadlines of being underpaid is no longer okay. Let's not ignore the fact that the average views per month have tripled since Doodle started for CALI. Quite literally, when Doodle started, well, the full year prior is a slow burn. And yeah, you can see that there's September, and then January jumps up immediately. CALI has to adjust to his run on the channel more efficiently. Doodle won't be around long. CALI said when Doodle first started out, he'd be getting paid 1 mil, maybe 1 mil views a month on a good month. Okay, I took a little bit to decipher that sentence there. Now Doodle pushed it to the average 2.4 mil a month. Yet Doodle's deadlines are smaller than ever, and the pay is unchanged. One of the two has to change. Doodle wants more time or more money, which I don't think is an unreasonable request. If the channel views have tripled, that means the workload is definitely going up, and as the channel grows, it's not too unfair to request a little bit more pay for his time and efforts. Heck, Dow didn't even hit 1K or 160K, which wasn't supposed to happen at all till 2024 when Doodle first started. Our relationship was no longer a friendship at this point, and instead just an abusive work relationship, whereas one-sided, one was giving more than they received. But Doodle was too poor to see our own value, so we continued our own job and constantly improved upon ourselves as an editor and ultimately as a creator, advisor, or assistant. As time progressed, communication halted entirely, and he didn't even want to talk to Doodle anymore. He just had his wife and yugiohtcg tell Doodle the files were up and what the deadline was. And here's messages between Doodle and yugiohtcg. Topdeck says, CALI's recording a tier list. If we get it to you tonight, what's the earliest you can have it finished and sent over? Doodle replies tomorrow. Doodle can try and get it done before his normal upload time tomorrow, but Doodle will have to push hard and probably not experiment with their new techniques to improve audio quality and watchabilities. Topdeck replies, it's not being uploaded until Tuesday. Then Tuesday is 100% fine. It'll be done by Monday even, probs, with plenty of time to make it nice. Perfect. I'll have him record it today. I guess Doodle will go to sleep, so wake up early in the morning to finish. Alright, how's it so far? Music, mood, design is all that's needed yet. Which Doodle always has to do deadlines since it's the last thing you do in an edit. Hopefully the dual video will be different since we won't have to worry about inserts as much. We can focus on audio and storytelling. Okay, time to go look at this next video. Sounds good. How did the last one come together? Alright, Doodle then says, which in turn caused a ton of problems since miscommunication issues arose. Ultimately, 6 months in, Doodle hesitantly decided it was no longer worth working with the CALI effect and his company. End quote. Topdeck says, I don't pay out of pocket myself. I can't answer this question. If I had to decide which I'm the wrong person to say, I'd say like 30. Well, you're the manager now, and it's your job to deal with how your employees feel and make choices on behalf of your workers and bring proposals to the higher-ups. Doodle's tired. Doodle's tried to talk to CALI many times, but it never works out because he says one thing and then forgets all about it. At this point, I just have to send it off to the editors then. I'm trying to work with you, but you haven't told me how much you desire, let alone if it was up to me to decide the pay, it would have been given a total different combo. Doodle has wanted $30 per video for a while, you know this. Even though Doodle works more than $30 and $30+ per video was CALI's originally promised shortly when we started, and Doodle wasn't even close to a good editor at the time. If Doodle's making this effort to grow the channel, and which turn makes CALI money, then Doodle shouldn't be at the same pay they started at, which is true. Again, I stated it earlier, if you start at a channel and you both agree to a set rate at the time and then agree to go up as the channel grows, which as the chart shown earlier, it has tripled. So yes, I would also expect a pay increase here. If Doodle's making all the effort to grow the channel, which in turn makes CALI money, then Doodle shouldn't be at the same pay they started at. It's been 6 months and 50k subs and 90 million views later, yet Doodle's wages has stayed the same. And Doodle honestly wanted to know if you personally think Doodle should find a new employer or if sticking around here will be worth it in the long run. What's insulting about all this, CALI pawns it off as, I feel like you have just been having a spat with Doodle's wife and you're just taking it out on me. He doesn't even respect me enough to take Doodle's concerns seriously. In fact, he says that excuse, it's kind of hard for Doodle to have spat with, I guess that's his wife's name, when CALI gives Doodle so much to do that Doodle barely see, and they didn't block it out there for reasons unknown, with Doodle's wife, even though we live in the same house. So it's kind of hard to spend time with her, let alone have fights he's accusing. I understand Doodle, but if you're unhappy with the growth of employment, my best advice is to do what you need to do. I feel like this is at this rate of 25, then at the rate of 30, you won't feel any different. You underestimate how much a difference $5 would make, and you're probably right long term. It won't be enough, especially as CALI starts hitting bigger milestones like 200k and 250k, etc. Doodle will always feel cheated if the CALI effect who only benefited him from the growth. That's my point, Doodle. I don't think you'll ever be happy with this situation. Got second with Punk Pride today. Lost to Melfi in the finals. Nice. What's the record? 5-3. Yeah, 5-3. Doodle honestly lost themselves in Swifts. Makes sense to be fair. Most people lose themselves usually. Most won't admit it though. Mad Love was in the prizing, so profited tonight. Hey, congrats. Are we still friends? Guessing by the sounds, Doodle's been banned, so no. Don't understand what Doodle did to insult TJ so much. Damn. Alright. As June rolls through, CALI Effects content began to tank hard, which is kind of expected when your best editor walks away from your channel, but even at this point, Doodle was okay walking away with this loss. The main reason we decided to publicly bring this story to light is that we opened our YouTube jobs portfolio and found our entire portfolio has been rejected by the creator, and he denied we ever worked with him. My current role about Doodle's a freelance artist, equally value improving ourselves, favorite pastime, learning new things, always improving, obviously willing to learn. We have a rare talent to learn almost anything with a short period of time. And we are very adaptable to people's needs. We are very adaptable and willing to stay up late and make deadlines, as long as they are realistic deadlines. Doodle also has experience in many fields of media that is useful in improving videos. And yeah, it looks like here, all their thumbnails were denied. It looks like all the projects they sent in for their portfolio. Which honestly is kind of scummy. If you're gonna deny someone's work just because they refuse to continue working with you, feeling that they were underpaid and underappreciated, to affect their future potential for earnings is kind of a scummy move. So I will leave it at that and leave it for the comments to decide. Doodle could handle everything else and be disrespected for all the work they did, but to not deny us even having credit for said work is beyond redemption, especially considering he was our only video editing reference, which could lead to Doodle being homeless. So that's Doodle's story, and our experience working with the YouTuber known as the CALI effect, and as CALI put it, Doodle's not doing this anymore. And I believe this was the screenshot I showed at the beginning, so you can refer to that if you want to go over it. Doodle said what they wanted to, say what happens next is up to a whim of others. Doodle only wishes for people to avoid repeating these mistakes and avoid letting CALI repeat his actions. This felt like it was worth going public about, and even though it goes against our nature. And of course, this comments down here, you did good by them. It's a shame they won't do good by you. CALI's videos are the only good because of the production quality. Most of it was clickbait rubbish. You helped them a lot. You're too good for them, says Svetty Ghost. Rocket Sauce says, a person who edits for a legitimate company, this is unreal. Frankly, I wouldn't work for less than $150 a project video. I've been doing it for 20 plus years. So, well, there's our answer there, what going rate should be. But that doesn't even matter. Your 2D, 3D animation experience is highly desirable. You'll find a way better fit for more money. TJ Natch says, damn, I'm shocked I thought everyone just pays editors asking rates. Guaga Zombie says, I hope you have a better experience with what you do in the future, Doodle. This is awful. Jaden then says, very brave of y'all to come out publicly with this. I sincerely hope things will get better in the future, and I'm sure they will. So, that about covers the drama, end quote. You don't see this a whole lot in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's not a whole lot of drama that pops up unless it has to do with like trades and stuff, so this was interesting to report on. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you think CALI was in the right? Do you think Doodle's in the right? Honestly, Doodle had a lot of great points, and I don't see why you wouldn't pay your editor more as your channel grows. That just doesn't make sense to me. But I don't have the other side, so we'll just have to see what comes up. And that's about it. Bye. Smash like, subscribe.